everybody, and welcome back. My name is Mel, and I have an exciting announcement-ish for you guys today. You may know that Cassidy from Covers with Cassidy did Knock It Out in November, where she was trying to knock down all of those goals that she set for herself at the beginning of the year and try to finish those out before 2023 rolled around. Well, 2023 is about to roll around, and I thought that because we had all these goals set up to begin with, we might as well jumpstart them in January and really just kind of try to get a handle on a lot of those goals, get them started, and get off to a great start. So that's what I'm going to be doing in January. I'm going to be jumpstarting my goals and trying to just knock down as many of those or get them started as I can. So like Cassidy, she gave me the blessing to do this. I wanted you guys to join me as kind of a not readathon type situation, and let's knock out and knock down some of those goals in January. This is not like a super readathon. There's no like specific prompts. You will be making those yourself. That's going to be the goals that you set for yourself. There's no competition angle or anything like that. I think it's just cool for us to all be trying to get a head start on as many of those goals as we can together. So please, if you decide to make any goals videos this year and you are going to be participating in Jumpstart January, tag me in all of those videos, use the hashtag Jumpstart January, and I cannot wait to see what everybody comes up with and how you do. I'll be doing reading sprints throughout the month anyway, so these will be for Jumpstart January, and I hope you guys have a lot of fun, and I hope that we are able to jumpstart some of those goals, because I have 13 or so that I want to share with you guys that are my goals for 2023, and then hopefully you guys will leave me down in the comments what some of your goals are for 2023. I cannot believe that I am saying 2023. That just blows my mind. But anyway, goal number 1 is I want to complete somewhere between 6 and 10 series. You will have a video coming from me that are all the series that I started in 2022, as well as all of the ones that I either caught up on, completed, or DNF'd in 2022. I started a lot, didn't complete that many. So I do want to try to complete more series in 2023. This is something that I've not been particularly good at this year, and I need to do better. So I was thinking if I read one book every other month, focused on completing a series, that seemed reasonable to me. That's where the 6 is coming from. But realistically, I would like to finish so much more than that, but we'll see. I'm not very good at series, so I want a number to aim for. So 6 is my number to aim for. We better finish more than 6 series in 2023. And then goal number 2 is I want to read off of my owned TBR. This will probably turn into a little bit of a vlog series. So I'm going to be bringing you guys a video that is my entire owned physical TBR. I really, really want to knock down some of those this year. There's not as many as I thought there was going to be because I have cataloged them all. I just have not filmed the video yet, but I still need to get that number down and then unhaul the ones that I don't enjoy. In that video, I'm going to ask you guys to let me know what you think that I should prioritize, and then every once in a while, I don't know exactly how often, I will bring you guys a vlog series reading several of the books that you chose off of my own TBR. So that seems like a fun way to encourage me to actually do this goal. And then my third goal is to read more horror and sci-fi. I feel like I did read more horror and sci-fi this year than I ever have in the past and really, really enjoyed it. I'm not necessarily talking about a genre mashup. However, I do love me a good horror sci-fi or sci-fi horror. So if you have any of those for me, leave them down in the description box. But I just want to read more horror and or sci-fi, if that makes sense. I just really enjoyed it this year, and I want to do more of it. Of course, that is not going to replace my fantasy. Don't worry, we're still a fantasy girl over here. But I just want to increase that in my reading because I really enjoyed it. And another goal for me in 2023 is going to read books that I actually think I'm going to enjoy, because it was a sad year this year. I did not read nearly as many 5-star or even high 4-star books as I would have liked. Part of that is because I'm getting a little bit more nitpicky, or at least a little bit more strict in my ratings, and I don't give out as many 5 stars, but I just don't, looking back, have a ton that I'm like, okay, I had some really good feelings about this book and I remember it really fondly. Most of my books this year were meh, so trying to aim for things that I'm gonna really enjoy in 2023, and I think this is one of the ways to do that. Official goal number 4 is to read more indie. If you guys are following along with my channel, you know that I've been participating in Spiffbo Cassidy's version, as well as just trying to increase the amount of indie or self-published books that I've read overall this year. Again, I will be bringing you guys an indie roundup, which is going to be all of the ones that I've read, what my favorites were, all of that fun stuff. But I want to read more in 2023. I've read some really good books this year, and a lot of them have been indie books. For example, just because it's sitting here, I really enjoyed Winds of Strife by U.G. Gutman. That one was a 4-star read. I had a lot of fun with it, and it's self-pub. Goal number 5 is my GoodReads goal. I do set a GoodReads goal every year. Usually I set it lower than what I know I'm going to read, but I typically set it at 156 books, and that's what I'm going to set it again this year. That is 3 books a week. I do typically read more than 3 books a week, but that just seems manageable even on weeks where I'm not having a good week and I just don't really want to read. It's still usually pretty manageable for me. So setting my GoodReads goal at 156 books again this year, not really changing that. And then we're going to move into some more like channel goals. Those were very reading specific goals, but now I want to move into a couple of my just like channel overall goals, and the next one is to make more themed reading vlogs. I did a little bit of that this year, and it was a mixed bag. I did a lot of themed reading vlogs around things that I picked the book based on the theme of the vlog. In the future, I would like to look at the books that I'm really excited to read and see if there's a theme with them, and then do a vlog based on that. I just think that that will really help me to read more books that I enjoy, but at the same time, I loved getting to read things that I would never have picked up or never have heard of without the themed vlog. So we may be trying to do a little bit of both, because I did find some things that I never would have read otherwise, and that was a lot of fun. So I just want to do more themed reading vlogs next year. They won't completely take over the channel. I'm thinking like maybe a couple a month would be good. That's going to be my goal, is a couple a month. But some months obviously may have more, some may have less. So let me know if that's something you're interested in down in the description box, and if you have any ideas for themes for me. And then my 7th goal is going to be doing unhauls quarterly. I did a pretty good job with that this year, and I do want to continue with that next year. I may try to do some unhauls with me. I think Becca in the Books recently did one, and it was a lot of fun kind of watching her process and watching her go through a couple of days and how ruthless she was on different days. So I do think that I may try to do a couple of those next year, but just once a quarter I want to do a clean out of my shelves, take off books that I'm definitely not going to read, put on books that I'm really excited about, and that way I always have things that I'm interested in reading in my sight, rather than things taking up space on the shelf that I know I'm not going to read. And my 8th goal is very similar to the 6th goals. I want to do more vlog series, so things that you will see multiple times throughout the year. One of those would be the reading down my TBR, you guys choosing that. That's definitely one that I want to do next year. I've still got a couple of things kind of in the works. I'm thinking about doing a publisher battle where I look at the publishers that I read the most from. I think that's going to be Tor and Orbit, if I'm not mistaken. And I want to pick a book from each publisher, read one, and just see throughout the year how they battle, like what my ratings were for each, and which one came out on top. Which one did I enjoy the most amount of books from? My 9th goal is not one that's just like a channel specific goal. I want to be more active in the community next year. I feel like this year was the start of my channel. It was the start of the Monster Mash and my Patreons, and I have made some amazing friendships over the course of this year. I've gotten to meet some amazing people online. I've loved the community, and I just want to continue that into 2023. I do work a full-time job, and so sometimes I'm not as active as I would like to be, but I try to be as active as I can be, and I want to continue that again next year. My 10th goal is my subscriber count goal, and I always feel a little bit weird doing these because subscribers are not everything. I value the people that are here greatly, and the people that comment on my videos and take the time just to interact in reading sprints. Even you lurkers, I just appreciate you watching. That means the world to me. But I, of course, want to see that community grow, and the community of mine growing means that I'm doing something right and people are enjoying my content, and it's always more fun to do this with friends. So my subscriber goal for next year would be 4K. I think that that's doable and that's reasonable. We'll see what happens. If I don't grow any, then that's fine, but that would be my goal. We'll see how that goes. And then the 11th goal is I want to continue to be objective in my reviews. Spiffbo has really helped me kind of look at things in a way of, okay, if I didn't like this, is it still, does that make it a bad book, or is it something else someone else would enjoy? I will allow enjoyment to play into my reviews probably a little bit more than I have been in Spiffbo, just because it's still my personal review and you guys are here to see what I thought about a book, but I do want to try to bring that discussion forward into next year, where I really attempt to give you, this is what I liked and why, this is what I didn't like, but here's why you might. And then I still will obviously give you guys things that I just don't think worked at all, but I'm hoping that people that maybe don't have exactly the same taste as me can still find use of this channel. And then number 12 is I want to film things that I want to watch. So last year I do feel like I leaned in a little bit to the trends side of things, and don't get me wrong, there are some trends that I loved participating in and I'm so glad were booktube things. But at the same time, I do want to make sure that I'm filming content that I enjoy filming, because it's going to come across to you guys a lot better if I'm having a good time. So I don't want to film things just because the entire community's doing it. I really want to lean into filming things that I enjoy to hopefully provide you guys better quality content. Doesn't mean I'm not going to do things that are on the trends. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to do things that like subscribers recommend and want to see, because that's a huge part of this as well. But I'm going to try to make the majority of my content things that I enjoy. And that leads into number 13, which is I want to continue to improve the quality of my videos. Over the course of this year, you guys will have seen me get my camera, which I think really helped. I also upgraded my editing software, which I think really helped. So if there's anything quality-wise of videos that you think that I could improve upon, let me know down in the comments. I want to keep striving for that in 2023 to just bring you guys the best videos possible. So I think that those are all of my goals for now. I'm sure I can come up with more in the future. I am excited for 2023. I think it's going to be a great year. It's the first full year of my booktube channel, and I can't wait to do it with you guys. So hopefully you will join me in January. We have somebody wanting attention. Hi. Hopefully you guys will join me in January for Jumpstart January and try to kick off some of those goals. I need all the help that I can get, and I'm thinking that if I start the year strong, it'll just be a habit and we can continue the year strong. So thank you guys so very much for watching. As always, you can find links to my Patreon as well as my Instagram, Twitter, and Goodreads all in the description box down below. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you wanna, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.